only for 5 minutes. And just I will give them the intro about what we have discussed in the previous classes. That's it, right? So on the day one, we have discussed about what is meant by data science, what is data science, applications. Majorly, we have focused on the applications and various areas and domains where it will be done. And on the day two class, on the day one class, we have focused only on what is data science and applications, the applications in which data science will be applied. On the day two class, we have discussed about the data science project life cycle. Generally, any data science project means what would be the starting to what would be the ending, that is called as life cycle. And what are the skills required for to be as a data scientist, skills required. Now, what are the skills required to do this data science project or to be as a data scientist, whether we are meeting in our course or not. On the day three, we have discussed about the course details. And very detailed, I have spent the time on the course and explaining with respect to what is this course and all the about of. And on the day four, I have introduced the Python, introduction of Python. And along with the Python, I have shown the installation of Python, how to install the Python. Okay, that is with IDEs, without IDE. That is directly how to install the normal Python and Anaconda. In the day 5 class, I have explained how to execute the various, how to execute any Python code. How to execute any Python code by using IDE or without using IDE. Execute any Python code, right? So what are the different options? I have already shown in the class itself 6 different options. 4 of them are without using Anaconda. 2 of them are using with Anaconda. That is Jupyter Notebook and Spider using the Anaconda. So 6 options I have shown very clearly. And what is meant by working directory and how to execute any Python code. 6 different options I have shown you. And I asked you to select which one you are interested. You can select as per your choice, right? So total, we have discussed these things in the last 5 days classes. And in today's class, on the day 6, that is in the today's class, we are going to start the actual course with respect to core Python, right? So this is the one which we have done in the last 5 classes. So any new students are there, please go through these 5 sessions with respect to, and clearly please note what is the course, and in the course details, what is the course content, and even I will share you the QR code. Once again, at the end, I'll share you the QR code. Okay. So I'll share you the QR code, and once again, you can scan that. Inside that, every course detail and every details will be there. And please go through in the QR code. Once you scan the QR code, it is going to redirect to the, once you scan the QR code, it will redirect to the drive, which is a temporary drive. So it is a temporary drive. For temporary purpose, it has created, and the original drive, and for original purpose, we are going to create in the later classes. Right? This is a temporary drive which was created, and in the temporary drive already I have uploaded every course detail and what are the things I am going to cover, everything, and along with the fee structure, every detail. In the drive only, I have kept all these 5 class recordings also. 5 classes recordings are also in the drive only. So you can go through this 5 classes recordings. If you have missed, please go through the recordings. And without going through the recordings, if you attend and I expected this one, the mentor, someone has told me this one, Naresh IT team has told me this one, don't say at the end like that. Because whatever I commit, I will follow that one. Right? So that is the reason clearly I will ask my students to attend from the day 1. For example, if you have missed it, you don't know that one, or you have learned today only came to know that in Naresh IT data science course is there something, whatever the reason, please go through this 3 days recordings. Okay. These 3 days recordings, please go through clearly. And if you're already passionate towards data science, you can skip up the first one. Directly, you can move on to the day 3 and clearly see the day 3 recording. Very important, right? And based on that, you can decide whether you have to join or not, right? For the new students, and for old students, nothing. You know everything, right? You don't need to discuss nothing for you. So this is only for the new students, right, who has joined in the today's first class, for those people, right? Now coming to this today's class, that is core Python. So in the today's class, we are going to start with respect to the core Python. So I'm going to discuss the Python classes, the core Python and advanced Python for data science. Whatever required for Python, I'm going to take 20 sessions. 20 sessions means which is almost equal to 1 month. 1 month. So in 1 month, we are going to cover the required Python for the data science, complete data science from starting to ending, whatever required for data science, not for Python developer. Sir, is this Python is sufficient to design the website? Don't ask that questions. Only this Python is related to data science. Okay. So whatever required for data science, I'm going to explain from the starting level, 0th level, and whatever is required. And along with the statistics, we are going to see the statistics and data pre-processing. That is all this comes under prerequisites. The prerequisites we are going to cover in the first 1.5 month, which is required for the data science. For this course, there is no prerequisite. For data science course, generally, prerequisite is someone should be already familiar in Python and someone should be already familiar with the statistics or maths. Then those people will be learning the data science generally. So here, I'm going to cover that first 1.5 month, the basics, which are required for the data science. And from after 1.5 month, we are going to jump into the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, which is a combination, is called as your data science. Is that clear? Done. Yeah, please send me those links, last day's class links, everything I'm going to share in the drive, and I'll share you the drive link. Directly, I will share you the drive link. Okay, everything will be in the drive. And since some of the students, sir, how much math required? I mean, I'm an art student, so I was confused. Whatever the max required for data science, everything I'm going to teach you from the starting. You required only additions and subtractions. Whatever the max required for data science and whatever the stats required for data science, everything I'm going to teach you from the start. Right? And coming to the particular online students, this is only for online students and even for offline students also. Okay. And after the class, if you want to practice and while practicing, if you get any doubts, someone wants to solve for your doubts. So here the mentors will be available. For offline students, I'm writing for offline students, there are mentors are available and lab is available, and lab timing is from morning 9 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. It will be open and in the same building, third floor. The lab is in the same building, third floor. Class in the fourth floor and lab is in the third floor. So you can every day you can practice from afternoon from evening 4 to 6, and you can attend the class immediately, right? As per your choice between 9 to 6. Okay. For offline students, there is a lab and mentors are available. And while practicing, if you get any doubts, mentors are going to help you. For online students, same to same. Once again, mentors are available. For online students also, mentors are available. Instead of this direct lab, we are having the virtual lab. Now, what is meant by virtual lab? Means we are going to share you a Zoom ID. I'm going to share you a Zoom ID and along with the passport. One Zoom ID and passport. Whenever you are having any doubt, you can log in with respect to your Zoom ID and using your passport between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. In these 2 hours, you can log in and ask whatever the doubts you are having. Okay. In this particular time, you can log in into this particular using the Zoom ID and passport. This Zoom ID and passport will be shared to the students who already enrolled for the course, not today. In the today's class, some demo students also will be there. So we are not going to share this ID and passport today. This will be shared in the later. After 3 or 4 days, only the paid students only will be there in the class, right? At the time we are going to share, right? For both online and offline students, I'm saying. Is that clear? So online students, you are also having the virtual lab. You can utilize that virtual lab and you can ask the mentors whatever the doubts you are having. At the time, you can share your screen and they're going to explain the code, everything, right? Is that clear? That is for the online students. Offline students, directly you can bring your laptops and you can practice here itself and you can ask what are the doubts you are having. Is that clear? Everything? Done. Now let's move on to the session. And whoever the new joiners and still you are having the few non-technical related questions. Technical means whatever the topic we are going to discuss, in that whatever the doubts you are having, that is called as technical doubts. Non-technical doubts like, sir, again, I have done recently this one. I'm having a career gap of this one. Should I enroll for this course? All this comes under non-technical doubts. Those non-technical doubts, please ask me at the end. Any technical means during the subject, whenever you are having the doubt, immediately you can ask the doubts. Non-technical doubts, don't disturb in between. Only you ask at the end. Okay, still if you are having the non-technical doubts, means stay for the end and we can discuss. Is that clear, guys? Done. Now let's get into the core Python. Now what is meant by core Python? Python means it is a programming language, which we are already introduced. Now what is meant by core? Core means basic, fundamental, which is compulsory, necessity, compulsory. All your advanced Python or with respect to libraries, everything are designed based on the core Python only. From this only they have developed that one. Advanced parts are developed based on the basic parts. So the basic one is called as core Python. So everyone who are working related to Python, whether it is a Python developer, whether it is a data analyst or data scientist or artificial intelligence, or with respect to website designer, full stack developer, or a gamer who is going to design the games, anything, whoever the person who works on the Python, he has to learn the core Python. Mandatory is core Python. For any person, core Python is mandatory. If he touches the Python programming he is using, miss 100% that person should be familiar on the core Python. Along with the core Python, as per their requirement of the subject, they are going to learn. Second one is as per the subject, as per the requirements. For this adding as per the requirements. Core Python is common for everyone. Second one is as per the requirements. Means, for example, advanced Python is there. That is OOPS concept. That is required by the Python developer. The Pygame is there. This is required for the Python who is going to create the games using Python. Who is going to create the games using the Python? They require this particular library. For example, we are having with respect to some kind of Keras, TensorFlow, like this. These who are going to learn? Artificial intelligence people are going to learn. Python developer will not learn the Keras. They don't know what is meant by Keras also. I'm having multiple friends with me who are having of 10 years of experience in Python. They don't know what is meant by Keras. If I ask in the Keras, I'm getting some problem, miss, they don't know. Similarly, if they are asking some questions related to Django, I don't know, because I'm not related to full stack developer or website designer. This part I don't know, that part they don't know, right? So as per the requirements, as per the job requirements, and as per our role, we are going to learn the second one. The first one is core Python is common for everyone. Everyone has to learn. Whoever has to work on the Python, core Python is common. Is that clear? And based on the second one, we are going to decide whether Keras, TensorFlow, whether sklearn. For machine learning engineers, sklearn. For Python, NumPy, Pandas. This is for the data analyst. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. These all the things are for data analyst. And sklearn, TensorFlow, Keras. These are all related to ML and AI. Learning of SciPy, stats model. These are all related to statistician who is working statistics only, completely based on the statistician. Okay, statisticians in IT company, they are called as stats modeler. In IT company, they are called as stats modeler. Their work is to work on the statistics. Okay, they are called as stats modeler, right? So these different libraries, they are going to use by different persons. As a data scientist, we are going to learn this entire part, which is required for AI, ML, data analyst, statistician, everything, whatever we required. Along with that, PySQL, which is related to SQL. Everything related to data science, whatever is required, everything we are going to learn completely. All these things we are going to learn in the 20 days are no. In the 20 days, we are going to learn only the core Python and whatever is required, this part, initial part, this one only. Slowly in this 4 months, we are going to learn entire things. In the entire 4 months, we are going to learn this one. This is not completed in 20 days. In next 4 months course is understanding this one only. Machine learning algorithms, theoretical and practically how to implement using sklearn. Artificial intelligence theoretical and how to practically implement using the Keras and TensorFlow. Right? Now, let's get into the topic, that is core Python. In the core Python, whoever are working on the Python, the first one is comments. The basic thing is comments. Comments are used to explain the Python code. They are used to explain the Python code. Comments can be used to make the code more readable. For what purpose they have created this code for this program? For example, in my company, okay, one person is there. He has created 500 lines of code or something he has created, and he has resigned suddenly. New person is going to come. He has to understand this entire code, means it will take so much of time. If inside this, there are comments are written, some comments are written, means easily we can understand. Okay, comments for reading purpose, understanding purpose. It is not mandatory. Okay, for understanding easy way, we are going to write the comments. Comments are used to explain the Python code in a simple way. For what purpose this program was created. And comments are make the code more readable. And comments are ignored during the execution. While executing, these comments will be ignored. It is not considered as a Python syntax. That is considered as a note. That is considered as a notes. It will be ignored. How these comments we are going to write, means we are going to use hash. After writing hash, whatever you write, it is considered as a comment. Starting letter hash. After hash, space should be there, question mark should be there, anything is same. Anything, once hash letter is there, after hash, whatever you write, anything is considered as a comment only. If you give 2 spaces also comment only, 10 spaces also comment only, immediately if you start also comment only. Comment means comment only. Once after writing hash, next letter onwards, everything is a comment. That is, might be a number, that might be a text, that might be a special character. Anything is considered as a comment. After writing hash, anything you write is considered as a comment. It will be ignored by the Python. Python will not consider that one. Right? And that is single line comment. If you are having only a single line comments, means you are going to use hash. By using the hash. If you are having a multi-line comment, the multi-line comment you are going to use by using triple inverted commas open, triple inverted commas close. This in the Python, in entire Python, completely from starting to ending, in entire Python, there is no difference between single quote and double quote. You can select as per your choice. In the entire Python, there will be no difference. Whether it is a normal Python or advanced Python or some other Python, whatever it is, there is no difference between the quotes. Everything are same. You can open with a single quote, and if you are opening with single quote, means you have to close with single. If you are opening with double, means you have to close with double. So similarly, triple inverted commas open, triple inverted commas close. This is called as multi-line comment. In the Python, it is called as multi-line comment. Is that clear? Now, so here values within the Python, we are having the values. What are the generally values? Values means any value. Value means either it can be a numerical value or it can be a text value. Text in terms of either numeric or non-numeric. 2 options we are having, either numeric or non-numeric. Okay, numerical value with decimal, without decimal, without decimal, with decimal, with decimal. Similarly, non-numerical values. Non-numerical values means text data. Your alphabets, all your alphabets comes under text. Numeric along with the text. Text with combination of numeric. This one also comes under non-numerical data. A combination of text and numeric. A combination of text with special characters. A normal A to Z alphabets along with the special characters like space, like at the rate of end symbol, less than symbol, greater than symbol, anything, any special character. These all comes under non-numeric. Only special characters also comes under non-numeric. Only special also comes under non-numeric. Text also comes under non-numeric. A combination of text and numeric comes under non-numeric. Special numeric and special characters also comes under non-numeric. Apart from number, only numbers are there. In that, nothing is there. Apart from numbers, nothing is there. Only it is considered as numeric. Apart from number, you are having any one extra also, it is considered as non-numeric. One small thing extra also, it is considered as non-numeric. Only pure numeric numbers only are there. Apart from numbers, nothing is there. Then only it is called as numerical data. Okay. Now, whatever the data we are having, data, whether it is a numerical data or non-numerical data, we have to store the data. If you want to store the data, somewhere we want to store, means that storing part is called as object. We are going to store in an object. For example, I want to store some water. I'm going to create an object called as water bottle. In the water bottle, I'm going to store the water inside the water bottle. Water is the value. Water bottle is the object. Water is the value. What you are going to store is the value. What is outside, in which one you are going to store, that is called as object. For example, in our house, we are having almara or something, right? Whatever you are having, this all comes under objects. Even your wallet also object only. Inside that, value is money. Data is money. Cards, all this comes under data. Your wallet comes under object. So in the Python, every data will be stored in the object only. Every value will be stored in the object. If you want to store, if you're not interested to store, for example, I'm having certain money, 100 rupees note is there. I don't want to store that one. So I'm going to keep outside only. If you feel that you want to store, miss, store. If you don't want to store, miss, don't store. That is as per your requirement. Completely as per your requirement. If you're not interested to store, miss, don't store. It is not mandatory to store. If you feel that is important, you want to store, you want to save it. Right? So now let us see the practical implementation of all these things one by one, whatever we are discussing. Let us go with simultaneously practical implementation also. So already I have shown you how to work on the Jupyter lab. Jupyter notebook. So I'm using the same Jupyter notebook. So out of which the first one, okay, I'm selecting a new Jupyter notebook. So here, first one, comment. For example, I'm writing Sivarama Krishna, my name. Okay, if I execute, it is going to take as a code and it is going to throw as a syntax error. Why it is showing as a syntax error? Means it is considering as a code. It is considering as a Python code. So it is not following the rules of the Python. So that is the reason it is showing the syntax error. Already I have told you what is meant by syntax error. If it is not following the rules of Python, then it is called as syntax error. Syntax means rule. Syntax means simply to say Python rule. Error means not following. Right? So here I'm writing Sivaram Krishna and it is throwing as a syntax error. Now this one has to be considered as not with respect to as a code. It should be considered as a comment. Okay, first class, for example, class 1. Okay, class, today's class is 6th class, right? 6th class by Sivaram Krishna. Something I want to write like this. Okay, now this is the comment. So I'm going to keep as hash. The same thing I'm going to keep as hash, and if I execute, it is not going to throw the error because Python is not going to execute that one. It will ignore. Once there is a hash miss, this line is not there only. Though it is inside something is there also, nothing is there. According to the Python. As per the Python, it is going to ignore the entire line. It is not going to consider that line. Right? Now, here, similarly, this is called as one line comment. If you want to make one line. Similarly, if you want to make multi-lines, options we are having is this one, Siva. Again, one more comment called as Rama and one more comment called as Krishna. So 3 different lines. You can keep hash, hash, hash for the 3 of them. This is one option. Second option is open with 3 inverted commas and close with 3 inverted. In between, you write whatever you want. Everything is considered as a comment. Now, this entire part is considered as a comment. In this case, this is a comment, this is also a comment. Both are same, right? So whenever there is a multi-line, you have to go with the triple inverted commas. Whenever there is a single line, hash. After hash, if you give the space also, it is a special character. After hash, whatever you write, anything is same. If you write at the rate of also after the hash also, there will be no difference. Comment only. Right? Is that clear? Comments. Now, coming to the next one, values. Whatever the values we are having, value is nothing but data. Values or data both are same. Okay. So whatever the data we are having, the data will be either numerical or with respect to non-numerical. Apart from any one special character is available with additional with respect to numerical is considered as non-numeric. Okay. So now, for example, I'm having the numerical value 1, 2, 3. This is without decimal. Numerical, whenever there is a numerical data with decimal, without decimal. So 1, 2, 3 is there. This is the value. Execute. Sir, 1, 2, 3 is there. You are executing, and this is called as IN. IN means input. You are writing the code in this one, and after executing the output, this is the output of that particular cell. Whatever you have written in this particular cell, in the cell, whatever the input you have given, and you are executing the entire code, it is the output of this particular cell. In that cell, whatever the lines are there, it is going to execute. Already I have told you, right? This is called as cell. In the Jupyter notebook, this is called as cell. Inside the cell, whatever the lines of code you are writing, it is going to execute. Now here I am writing 1, 2, 3, and I am executing 1, 2, 3. How to execute? Option 1 is you can click on the run button. So simply it will run, or you can click on this button also, or you can use the shift enter also. Anything you can write the code and you can execute in the multiple ways, either clicking on this or shift enter. Right? Now here I have written only 1, 2, 3, and I am executing 1, 2, 3. And the output, it is showing as 1, 2, 3. In this case, I'm not storing that one. In this case, value is there, but the value is not getting stored. If you want to store that one, this 1, 2, 3, you want to store into something, then what you have to do is you have to write in terms of this value is equal to some left side. Now what happens? This 1, 2, 3 is going to be stored in the left side, whatever is there. This equal to is called as storing. So where it is going to store this 1, 2, 3 value inside the A. So in the Python, first right side part will be executed. For example, you are having two sides. You have written A is equal to something 10. After that, you have written A is equal to A plus 1. Means 10 is equal to 10 plus 1. It is not like that. First 10 plus 1 will be done. Once 10 plus 1 is completed, that is calculation 11 is completed. Now this 11 will be stored in the whatever is there in the left side. First right side part will be executed, followed by left side part. In the entire Python, first right side part, followed by left side. Right? So here, I'm having A is equal to 1, 2, 3. I'm storing in the A. A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Means now this 1, 2, 3 is getting stored in the inside the A. This is called as, A is called as, whatever the left side you are writing, this is called as variable. This is called as variable. It is going to store the value. It just stores the value. Right? How it is going to store means it is going to create one object. It is going to create one object, not in the exact circle. Okay. Backend, one object will be created. Means one storage space. Object means some storage space. It is going to create some storage space. Inside that storage space, it is going to fill the value with 1, 2, 3 and name it as A. Is that clear? This is the backend. Once you execute the code, it is going to have like this. Sir, how you know that one backend, that one only is possible? I'll show you. One by one, we'll see how it is happening and how it is getting stored in that way only. Right? Now, so here, whatever the values we are having, if you want to store these values, we are going to use the variables. Variables are nothing but called as, so variables. Whatever the variables we are having, variables are called as variables are used for storing the values. Variables are used for storing the values. And it is a location in the memory. Memory means in your RAM. In your RAM, some space is allocated for that. Out of your 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM or something, it is going to allocate some memory. And in that memory, it is going to store this value in the RAM backend. Right? In Python, the variables are dynamic. Dynamic means we no need to declare the type of the variable. What is the type of the variable? When you go with any other programming languages, int a is equal to 1, 2, 3, we have to write it. Here, you don't need to write like that. A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Sir, in other programming languages, you have to write the semicolon like this. Colon. Okay. We have to write a colon like this. But whereas here, we no need to use with respect to any kind of semicolon. Okay. We no need to use with respect to any kind of semicolon. This semicolon is not required. Whatever the line, in that line, whatever is there, it is first line. Automatically, that is the second line. It is going to execute line by line. Okay. So in that particular Python, the variables are dynamic. You no need to assign the type of the variable. The declaration of the data type happens automatically when you assign the value to the variable. Whatever the value is there on the right side, automatically it is going to select the data type accordingly. Automatically it will do. Right? Where equal to is called as assignment operator. Basically, it is called as assignment operator. Technically, it is called as assignment operator. What is meant by assigning operator means it is assigning the value to the variable. Assigning the value to the variable. Right? That is called as assignment operators. Now, you have to write in the notes few points. In order to understand Python very simply, you have to write in the notes few points. What are the points? First point. In Python, right side part will be executed first. Right side part of equal to symbol. Whatever the equal to symbol is there. Before to equal to symbol, this is called as left side part. After equal to is called as right side part. Left side and right side. Right? Now, right side part will be executed first. Right side part will be executed first. Will be executed first, followed by left side. These are very basic things, but if you follow the basic, automatically remaining things will be automatically easy. Okay, when basics are easy, automatic advancement will be easy every time. Without understanding the basics directly, if you jump into that one, remaining part will be difficult. Right? So the right side part will be executed first, followed by the left side part. Followed by left side part will be executed. This is the first point. Second point. If multiple brackets are there, if multiple brackets are there, inner bracket will be executed first. Inner bracket will be executed first. Means, for example, you are having like this. Something. 2 into 3 into 4 plus 12 into 9 minus 14. Something you are having like this. First inner is this one. First it will be executed, followed by this will be executed, followed by this will be executed, then overall will be executed, and everything after right side completed, it is going to assign to the left side value. Once right side is completed only, it will execute to the left side. If right side is not completed, it will not touch the left side one. If you are having multiple brackets like this, inner bracket will be completed first. Right? Next, this is the second point in the Python. Third point. Objects are created based on the value, not based on the name. Not based on the name. Objects are created based on the value, not based on the name. What is the meaning of this? For example, A is equal to 10. Now, it is going to create an object. First, whether it is going to write the letter A na 10 na, first 10, followed by A. Followed by A. First, it will fill the value, then it will assign the name for that. It is going to create, it is not going to write A within that 10. It is not going to do like this. First 10, then A. This is one of the most important to understand the Python. And this is one of the interview question also. Basic question, interview question. You'll understand. I will show you the practicality one by one. Please write the points so that we'll discuss one by one. The objects are created based on the value, not based on the name wise. It is not going to be designed based on the name wise. Right? Now, let us see one by one. Whatever we have discussed, everything, let us see one by one. Now, any value, if you want to store, if you want to store a value, if you want to store any value, whether it is a numerical or non-numerical, if you want to store some value, that value should be stored in a object. The value should be stored in a object. And for that object, one name will be there. And this object is called as variable. It is going to be stored in a variable object. Right? Now, to understand this one in a simplified way, I'm going to explain a simple one. For example, there is one person called as SRK. Okay? One person. Okay? This person is going to stay in a house. He is staying in a particular house. Now, that house is having some address. The house is having some name. He is being in a house. The house is having some address and the house is having some name. Right? Similarly, in the Python also, we are having with respect to some object. Before the object, first we are having some value. We are having a value. Here SRK is equal to value. And this particular value will be stored in an object. This will be stored in an object. And here, this house, whether it is a house, whether it is an independent house, apartment, anything, it might be anything. So simply to say, I'm going to stay in a particular building. For this type, there will be some type of building, right? I will be staying in a building only. Generally, we'll be staying in a building. Whether that building might be an independent house, that might be an apartments, that might be a duplex house, or that might be with respect to some kind of commercial building, or that might be a Naresh IT campus. Everything are buildings only. If I'm staying in Naresh IT as of now, this is also one of the building only, right? So here also we are having the same. This value, whatever the value is there, this value will be located in an object. This one also we are having the type of the object. There are different types of objects are available. How we are having a different types of buildings. Similarly, we are having different types of objects. For every object, we'll have the some name. For every object, we are having the address. Is that clear? So value is stored in an object and the type of the object, name of the object, and address of the object. Type of the object is called as data type. This is only called as data type. Data types in Python means type of the buildings. What are the different types of objects are there where we can store the values? For example, water is there. Water can be stored only in water bottle. It can't be stored in the glass. It can't be stored in the cup. It can't be stored in the water dispenser. It can't be stored in a some kind of vessel. Multiple things are there, right? These are all different things. So how we are having that water to be stored in a different objects? Similarly, value also can be stored in a different types of objects. What are the different types of objects? Now, generally water, if someone has to give me some water, generally in what way they can bring to me? They can bring in a cup of water. Generally cup, they'll not bring in the cup, right? Tea, they'll bring in the cup, or coffee, they'll bring in a cup. Water, they'll not bring in a cup. Generally, how they're going to bring the water? Using the water bottle. That is the right one. Similarly, here also we are having, for everything, there is a right one, right? So how we are going to store the value, right? So here we are having the different types of values, and we are going to store the values. And for that values, we are having all these things. Similar kind of how a person is having. Similarly, this one also same. Okay. Now, let us see one by one. And for example, guys, tell me, you are having the house address. For every building, one address will be there. For address, generally, for example, let us take like this, 2-10-44/C/D, and something will have like this. Is there any address having with respect to @ of? Or with respect to, after writing the address, you write the comma. In the any address, is there any colon? In the address, is there any with respect to exclamatory mark? Can you find in the address? Why? And who told you that don't write in the address that @ of? 2-10-44 you can write, right? Who told you to use / only? Who told you? Government of India has told that one. We are following the as per the Government of India rules. For everything, some rules are there, and we have to follow those rules. We can't create as per our choice. Similarly, for Python also, we are having the rules. The rules are called as syntax. For entire India, we are having some kind of rule book, right? As per the law, whatever we are having, right? That this same way, we are also having the rules for the Python. The rules of the Python is called as Python syntax. Rules of Python is called as Python syntax. If you understand the rules, automatically everything will be easy. If you, without learning the rules, for example, if you don't know, during the red light, you have to stop in the traffic. If you don't know that rule, what happens? Accident will happen. Similarly, if you don't know the Python rules and directly if you execute the Python code, what happens? You are going to get the error. That's it, right? If you understand the rules and if you properly write the code, everything will be perfect, right? Now, there are certain rules are there. What are the rules for here? For this particular variable, what are the variable we are going to store that value? For the writing the variable name, certain rules are there. So the what are the rules in writing the variable names? Miss, rule number 1. It should start only with a letter called as, which should start only with a letter, either with the alphabetic of small a to small z or caps lock A to caps lock Z. But it should start with a letter only or underscore character. This is the rule number 1. So for example, I want to store 125. This one I want to store left side. Something variable name I'm going to create, right? That variable name, for that variable name, we are having certain rules. What are the rules, miss? It should start with a letter small a to small z or caps lock A to caps lock Z. Compulsory, it has to start with that one only, or underscore. Okay. The variable accepts only underscore symbol. No other symbol is accepted. Inside the entire variable name, you have to use only underscore. If you require, miss underscore. If you don't require, miss don't use. If you want to use any other special character, miss only special character of underscore is accepted for creating the variable name. This rule is one of the most important because based on this rule only we are going to create the functions. Based on this rule only we are going to create the modules. Based on this rule only we are going to create the libraries, and based on this rule only we are going to work on the artificial intelligence. In the entire Python, these rules are going to be constant. One of the most important one. How to create the rules for variable name? The same rules are applicable for creating the functions. Within the Python, there will be functions concept. There again, the function name is same. Column names should be the same. Future names should be the same. Module names should be the same. Same rules are applicable. Library names, same rules are applicable. Everything of same rules, right? Now, rule number 3, a variable cannot start with a number. You can't start with a number. It should start only with a letter or special character underscore. A variable name can contain a combination of alphanumeric characters and underscore. Alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means first alphabet followed by numeric is called as alphanumeric. 1A is called as numeric alpha. Alphanumeric means alphabet followed by numeric is called as alphanumeric. So any variable should have with a alphanumeric characters. It should not have with respect to numerical alpha. Okay, means first letter should be alphabet. If you are interested with numerical also, first letter alphabet followed by anything you can write. First letter only. It is going to focus only the first letter. Remaining everything is of your choice. And variable names are case sensitive. Means in the entire Python, the values are case sensitives. The variable names, everything are case sensitive. Python is a case sensitive. What is meant by case sensitive means? For example, I'm writing age is equal to 24. Age is equal to 24. Caps lock age is equal to 24. Caps lock age is equal to something 34. And this is 44, something. Now, 3 of them are different. This one is different, this one is different, this one is different. 3 of them are not same. Everything are different. And if you go with the small a, caps lock G, and again small a, this is again different. Everything are different. But in the SQL, if you go with the SQL, it is not a case sensitive. You can use a small a G. You can use like this. Anything you can use as per your choice. But in the Python, it is a case sensitive. SQL is not a case sensitive one. Whereas Python is a case sensitive one. Small a is different and caps lock a is different. Both are different. Both are not same. Right? Next, it can't accept the reserved words. There are some reserved words are there, which are also called as keywords. They are reserved for some other purpose. Reserved words are also called as keywords. They are reserved for some other purpose. Each word is having their own meaning. So there are total 35 words are there. These 35 words we can't use. These 35 words we can't use. What are those words? Means these are the words. Sir, what is these words? Means if I explain these words only, core Python. If I explain each word, what is the meaning? Means core Python will be completed in 5 minutes. Okay, the explanation of all these things only core Python. Next one, what we are going to discuss in the next 20 days is understanding of these words only. Right? In this today's class, you'll understand at least 1 or 2 words, maybe. Right? So these 35 words are, you can't use. Out of infinite number of options, you have to remove these 35. Infinite number of options are there. Why you have to select only these things? Right? Now, let us see like this, one by one. Let's start. Now, first I'm going to take A is equal to 125. Is that accepted? If I execute this one, it is going to accept or it is going to throw an any error. Accept. And if you ask what is the value stored inside the A, if you want to see the value inside the A, means there are 2 options are there. Option number 1 is called as print. Print A. Print is the function. print, small letters is the function. Within the function, you have to use the variable name. Whatever the variable name is there, this is the syntax. That is the rule. Syntax means rule. Okay, you have to use print and the variable name. Okay, or second option, directly ask the variable name only. So first option is print A, and it is showing what is there inside the A value. That is 125 is there. And the second option is just ask the variable name A, simply print A. No need to write even the print word also. This option, it will work. Write in the notes clearly. This option works in Jupyter Notebook. This option works in the Jupyter Notebook. If it is in the last line, if it is in the last line, then only it will work. If it is in the between, means it will not work. This option will not work. In the Jupyter Notebook, it will work only if it is in the last line. Here there is only one line, that is also last line only. For example, here you are writing something a is and you are asking b is equal to 1, b is equal to 1, c is equal to 20, and if you ask to print, means nothing will be printed. Sir, I asked a to print now, a will not be printed because a is in the first line, right, not last line. If you bring the same a into the last line, now you bring the same a into the last line, a is getting printed. Whatever the value of a is there, it is getting printed. It will work only in the Jupyter notebook if it is in the last line. Which one? This concept. Whatever this concept of variable name, directly using the variable name. Right? Now, so a is equal to, a is small a accepted. Now caps lock a. Now I'm writing caps lock a. Caps lock a is equal to 150. Some value. Accepted, or it is going to it is having any problem? As per the rule only, right? It is starting with an alphabet, whether it's small letter or caps lock, anything is okay. But now, if you ask small a, what is the small a value? Whenever you have written a is equal to 125, it is going to create an object of 125 with a. A is equal to 150, it will create an object of 150 with a caps lock a. Both are different. That is different and this is different. So if you ask small a means 125, if you ask instead of small a, if you ask caps lock a, and if you print, it is 150. Whatever the value of caps lock a is there, it is going to print. Both are different. Is that clear? Case sensitive meaning is clear now? Both are different. If it is not case sensitive, SQL, both are same. Both are same. It will be in the both. Right? Now, next, A1 is equal to 450. Is that accepted? It is accepted. 1A is equal to 900. Not accepted. It is going to throw the error. What type of error? Syntax error, because it is not following the rule of the Python. Whenever you see the syntax error, not following the rule. As per the rules of Python, it should not start with the letter, with the alpha. It should start only with the alphabet. It can't start with the normal one. Is that clear? Now, similarly, you are having a underscore 1. A underscore 1 is equal to 800. Is that accepted? Because it is starting with the alphabet and inside that we are having only underscore. So it is accepted. Instead of a, dollar symbol 1 is equal to 800. Now, it is not accepted because as per the Python rule. It is not as per the Python rule. In the Python rule, I told you that it can have only special character of underscore. No other symbols is accepted apart from underscore. Not even dot, not even space. Space is also considered as a special character. If you are having a space 1 is equal to 1000, it is going to throw the error. Space is also one of the character, special character. It is also one of the special character. So it is going to throw the error. Only underscore is accepted. If you want to use any special characters, miss only underscore. Right? Similarly, now here, whatever the words are there, these are the list of words. Now, these list of words, sir, we have to by heart. No need to by heart. So, how to remember that? For example, if is there. If is equal to 45. If is a keyword, it is a reserved word, which is used for another purpose. It is going to throw the error. Okay, sir, if means keyword, but now all these words we have to by heart. No need. Then how we can know that one, whether we can use or not? Whenever you write here variable, so for example, I'm writing if, automatically it is, see, before to that, it is black color. When I'm writing if, automatically it is converting as a green color. Whichever is in the green color, don't use as the keyword. Go with black color. Whichever is in the green color, don't use. Simple, no need to by heart. Is that clear? All the 36 words you no need to by heart. Automatically, anyways, you are going to understand in the future, you no need to by heart that one. That is okay. Now, in the first day class, how you can remember that one, miss? Whichever is in the key, whatever the variable name you are having in the black color, only use that one. If it is having in a green color, miss, don't use that one. Simple, right? For example, I'm having EIF. It is not a problem, but this is a problem. because this is one of the keyword. And you are using with respect to underscore, again black color. So again you can use. Starting should be with respect to alphabet. Ending should be, is there any alphabet, any rule for the ending letter? No. So anything you can use. So here, absolutely no problem. It is going to accept. Done? The rules are clear. So these are the total words. What are the list of words, miss? These are the complete list of words. In the previous version, we are having 35 words. In the latest version, they have increased it to 36 words. Okay. Here, the number of words, that is not important for us. How many number of words are there? What are the list of words? Can you please tell me? No one is going to ask like that in the interview. Right? Is that clear? Next. Now I have told you in the Python, it is going to store the right side part in the left side. I have showed you clearly that one. Now in the Python, the values, the objects are created based on the value, not based on the name. For example, I'm writing like this: A is equal to 10. Okay. And I'm writing A is equal to 11. A is equal to 10. Again, A is equal to 11. Now, whatever the latest value is there, this latest value will be stored and the previous value will be deleted. Who is going to delete? Automatically it will delete. There is a garbage collector, means dustbin. There is a backend, one dustbin is there. The dustbin will come and it will clean that one. That is the reason it is called as high level programming. Automatically it will do. You don't need to do anything manually. If you are doing manually, means then it is called as basic level one. Okay. So here A is equal to 11. Now automatically what is the latest value of A? Means 11. 11. Everyone knows. Now here the question is, A is equal to 10. When I execute this code, it is going to create an object of 10 and it is going to name it as A. When I write the A is equal to 11, if the objects are created based on the value name wise, what it has to do? Already name A is there. What it has to do? It has to remove the 10 and it has to replace with 11. When it is going to do like this? When the objects are created based on the name. But in the Python, the values are not created based on the names, right? They are created based on the value. So whenever you are writing A is equal to 11, first it will check, is there any 11 is available? Is there any other object with 11 is available? No, there is no object with 11. So it is going to create a new object called as 11. And for that, it is going to write the name A. Sir, already name A we have used it, right? Automatically it will delete the previous one. It is going to create a new object. Sir, how I know that whether it has created a new object or old object? Let us see like this. A is equal to 10. First I am writing A is equal to 10. Now automatically when I execute A is equal to 10, what happens? It is going to create an object. I told you that it is going to create an object of 10 with name A. Now name A. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the ID of A. ID means address. Address, location. I'm asking the location. Now I got some location. This is the location. Don't ask the question how this number you have got, sir. Automatically it is going to allot that one. We are not working on the OS or we are not working on with respect to the backend, that part we are not working. So here it is going to allocate some number, that is address location, some address it is located. Now what I'm going to do is A is equal to 11. Okay. Now if it is creating a new object, assume that it is creating a new object, then automatically address should be the same or different. Can any new two buildings can have the same address, right? At least street number or name of that one, at least something will be different, right? Right. Here, if I ask the ID of A, now again, I'm asking the ID of A fresh. Now I got the different address. Means what is the meaning? It is going to create a new object separately. Now, if I'm asking print A, I'm asking A, it is printing 11. Then what happened about 10? 10 was deleted. Got the point? So in the Python, the objects are created based on the value wise, not based on the name wise. Is that clear? Done? So the values are created based on the value wise. Now, here, if you are assigning anything, for example, I'm writing B is equal to 20. Okay, C is equal to also 20. Both of them same. Now, when I execute B is equal to 20, what is the backend? It is going to create an object of 20 and name it as B. Now, when I executed this code, already 20 object is already available. If it creates a new object of 20, but a different name, why two objects for same value? Why two objects for a same value? What is the use of that? So for the same object, it is going to create one more name with respect to C. So one object only, both of them are going to indicate to the one object. If you want to check ID of, ask the ID of B and ask the ID of C. Both of them are the same. Means both of them are indicating to the same object. In the Python, only for one value, one object only will be created. Okay. For one object, you can write the multiple names. So like this, how many names I can assign? Infinite number of names. For example, A is equal to 20, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 20, D is equal to 20, E is equal to 20, F is equal to 20, I is equal to 20, G is equal to 20, H is equal to 20. Like this, if you write also, one object only, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. If you print A also 20 only, if you print B also 20 only, if you print C also 20 only, if you print D also 20 only, if you print C also, E also 20 only. For one object, one value. For one value, one object. It is not decided based on the name wise, value wise. For one value, one object. As per the name wise means it has to create like this. For A 20, B 20, C 20, D 20. Separately it has to create like this. But in Python it will not create like this because the objects are created based on the value wise, not based on the name wise. The priority is given for the value, not for the name. Is that clear? So if you are doubted, right, D is equal to 20, E is equal to 20, F is equal to 20. Try ID of D. Ask ID of D. What is the ID of D? Same ID. Everything are indicating to the same object only, right? ID of E. Same object. Now, till now we have assigned multiple variables. Have we assigned till now any Z? Have you assigned Z? No, right? Till now there is no object with respect to Z. But I'm calling the Z. Without the variable, without you have not created any object with Z and you are calling that one, automatically it is going to throw the error called as name error. Name error means that with that particular name, there is no object. That is the meaning of that. With that particular Z name, there is no object. Till now, you have not created anything with the name of Z. That is called as name error. Syntax error means not as per the Python rule. Name error means there is no name with respect to that. Is that clear? So in this way, we are going to create the objects and we are going to store the values. Now here, if you write 1, 2, 3 and you are executing, you are not storing. You are not storing anything. You are not creating any variable. You are not going to store in the object. Just you are executing. Now it is printing 1, 2, 3. Why it is printing? Still 1, 2, 3 is getting printed. Why? Because in the last line, in the Jupyter notebook, whatever the last line is there, automatically it will select the print option. Automatically the last line will be, if it is having the print miss, it will automatically select the prints. For which type of the things are prints are allowed miss, that we are going to discuss one by one. So in the core Python, we are going to see what is variables, what is data types, and what is meant by this output. In the output only, you are going to see what are the different options of print options are available. Multiple print options are there. Okay, detailedly I'm going to explain the print. Print also, it will take almost half an hour to 40 minutes for explaining print. Right? Like this, we are going to see everything one by one. So we are going to see variables, data types, input, output, data structures, operators, conditional statements, loops, functions, modules, everything. This, all this one from here to here, it is called as core Python. Is that clear? And I'm going to upload the notes. Whatever the things we have done in the class, everything I'm going to upload. Right? So this is the Jupyter notebook where I'm going to share it to you in this way. This is the same Jupyter notebook. After converting to PDF format, I'll share you. Where that PDF format will not have any kind of copy paste option. You have to see, you have to type, you have to get the errors, you have to rectify the errors, then you have to learn the subject. If I directly share you the Jupyter notebook, what happens? You'll do shift enter, shift enter, shift enter. What you will get? Nothing you will get. Only print, it will print neatly, and the code will be executed successfully without any error. Subject, no subject. None of them will get the subject. If you type something, while typing, you will get the some errors. Oh, what is that error? You will understand and you will rectify that error. When you rectify more number of errors, automatically the more subject you will gain. Who rectifies the more errors, he will gain the more knowledge. Simple. If while executing the Python, you have not got one error or some miss, you are not practicing in a right way. You have to get the errors, you have to rectify the errors. Without asking anyone, you have to rectify. By asking your friend, "Arey, I got error, can you see once miss?" He will get the subject. Who rectifies the error, he will get the subject. If I rectify the error miss, I will get the subject. Who rectifies the error, they will get the subject. Okay. Now, so tell me guys, what is this first line? This is a comment. This will be ignored. What is the second line? In a particular cell, how many lines we can write? In a Jupyter notebook, in a particular cell, how many lines we can write? Infinite number of lines you can write. There is no rule on that. You can write 20 lines, 500 lines, 900 lines also you can write. Everything you can execute at a time also. If you execute line by line also, you can execute as per your choice. When you are learners, execute only line by line. Why to write everything in a single program and 4 to 5 lines of program and executing? For which line, what it is happening also, we don't know. If you execute only one line, what happens for that particular line, we can understand very clearly. In the backend, what happens exactly, why it is considering in this way, we can understand very clearly. If you write 4 to 5 lines and if you execute, for which line, what happening, how we can know, right? Is that clear? Now, A is equal to 9. A is equal to 9 means what happens? In the backend, it is going to create 9 with A. If you execute this one, it is going to do like this. Now, for printing the variable in the Python, what are the options I am having is 1, print variable name, that is print A. What is there inside the print A? 9. So 9 will be printed. Now, either second option is directly ask the variable name A. 9 will be printed. Next, A is equal to 2.0. Now, what it is going to do? It is going to create a new object, 2.0. Is 2.0 object is created in this particular Jupyter notebook? Other Jupyter notebook, forget. In this Jupyter notebook. In this Jupyter notebook, is there any 2.0 created? No, nothing was created. So nothing was created means it is going to create the 2.0. And then it is going to name it as A. If it is already created, for that object, it is going to add the new one. The name it is going to add. If it is not created means it will create. Next, print A. What is there inside the print A? 2.0. Underscore A1. Is that accepted? As per the syntax. So it is accepted. So it will be executed successfully. And you are going to get output. So what it is going to do? It is going to create an object of 20 and name it as underscore A1. It is going to name like this. A1 is equal to 40. It is as per the rule. Again, rule. So it is going to create 40 with A1. These are all the objects will be created in the backend. In your RAM, these objects will be there. Once you stop the execution of this particular Jupyter notebook, automatically everything will be erased. Your RAM will be free. Right? Now, here, A1 is equal to 40. So print A1. What is there inside the A1? 40. AB is equal to 50. Is there already 50 is there? No. So it is going to create 50 and name it as AB. This is the fifth object. Next, 124 is equal to 98. Sir, whether, for example, 98 is equal to 98. I am writing instead of 124, 98 only. 98 is equal to 98. Here, is equal to is not checking the whether both are equal or not. Is equal to is used for assignment only. Is equal to symbol means assignment only. There is no other option. Only assignment. Whatever the left side, right side value are there, that value should be stored in the left side. Is equal to means that one in the Python. So here we are having 98 is equal to 98. So just it is going to throw the error. This is not as per the syntax. Next, if is equal to 5. If is already in the green color. Can you see here? It is in the green color. So it is error with a syntax error. Though it is a English letters, alphabet starting, everything is as per the rule of Python, but it is not matching the last rule of Python. It can't accept the reserved words. Okay. Next, you can save the multiple values also at a time. For example, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30. Instead of writing 3 lines of code like this, if you write these 3 lines of code also, answer is same. If you write A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 also, answer is same. Both are same. Respectively, first value will be stored in the first one, second value will be stored in the second one, third value will be stored in the third one. Respectively, the word of respectively is there, right? That is going to be work. So order, whatever the order you have written, it is going to execute. So in the back end, it is going to create with 10 A, 20 B, 30 C. If you write separately also, answer is same. If you write like this 3 lines of code also, answer is same. This is one more option to assign the multiple values for the multiple variables at a time. Okay. So many values to many variables, multiple variables. Now here, print A. Print A means what is there inside the A? 10. Print B, 20. Print C, 30. So 10, 20, 30. It is going to print in this way. And for example, you have written A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. A 10 it will take, B 20, 30 where? That too, why it has to consider A, B only? Maybe you have forgot first one. C, B might be 30, A might be 20. First one only you have forgot. Why it had so simply it is going to throw the error. Whenever the right side the number of values and left side number of variables are not equal, it is going to throw the error. So here I have written the same thing. Make sure the number of variables matches to the number of values. Otherwise, you will get an error. What error means? Value error. Right? So A comma B is equal to, if you ask like this. So where I have to store this value? One more value is there. Where I have to store? For example, if you have written left side more, C comma D, again it is going to throw once again the same error also. If you give this one, if you give that one, either of any one is more also, it is going to throw the error. Both should be the same. Left side 3 variables are the miss, right side 3 values. Left side 4 variables are the miss, right side 4 values. Both should be the same. Then only it is going to work. The concept of respectively concept. Is that clear? And if you want to assign the one value only to the multiple variables, for example, A is equal to 3, B is equal to 3, C is equal to 3. Shortcut of this one is A is equal to, B is equal to, C is equal to 3. So it is going to create one object of 3, name it as A, B, C. For this object, 3 names are there. For this particular value, 3 names are there. For me, the names like Shiva, some people will call me Shiva. Some people will call me Rama. Some people will call me Krishna. Some people will call me Sivarama Krishna. Some people will call me SRK, shortcut of that. Some people will call me Shivaram. Some people will call me Ram Krishna. Everything me only. One person only, but multiple names. Similarly, here also, value is 3, but it is having multiple names. Value is nothing but simple. I have told you, right? Value is a human. Simple in easy way you can understand. Right? So here, if you ask print A, what is there inside the print A? 3 only. What is there inside the B? 3 only. What is there inside the C? 3 only. ID also will be the same. Now storage, how to check the object address means by using the ID. See here I have written very clearly the notes also. That is the advantage of Jupyter Notebook. We can write the notes, down we can write the code, below to that we can see the output. Everything will be in the single location. The advantage of Jupyter Notebook, where I can write the notes. So I'm writing the notes very clearly. Storage location. Storage location. So A is equal to 10. So it is going to create an object of 10 with name it as A. This is the location where it is storing some location address. B is equal to 10 and I'm asking B is equal to 10. Already 10 is the object is created. Yes, B is already 10 object is created in the Python. So it is going to, for that one only, it is going to assign the B also. It will assign the B like this. If it is already created, miss, it will assign. If it is not created, not there, miss, it will create a new one. Now B is equal to 10 completed. Line B is equal to 10 is completed. Now ID of B. ID of B miss same answer. Whatever you are having here and here, both are same. C is equal to 10. 10 is already there, right? So same. It is going to add the C for this one. Now what is the value of this one? ID miss same. Everything are same. K is equal to 10. ID also same. Like this, for one object, you can have infinite number of names. Right? Now, next, in the Python, the latest value will be stored in a variable. For example, if I am writing A is equal to Siva, print A. What is there in the A? So, A is equal to Siva means first Siva. Siva will be stored and it is going to name it as A. Whenever you are using the value, if it is a numerical value, the numerical value directly you can consider the numeric data. But if it is a non-numeric, whenever the non-numeric data is there, which is non-numeric, then you have to write in the inverted commas. All the non-numerical data should be in the inverted commas. So here, this is a non-numerical data. This is a text data, which is not in a numerical format. So I'm writing in the inverted commas. For example, this is with respect to a numerical data, no need of inverted commas. Simply this like this, I'm going to write. Whichever is a non-numerical data that you have to take in the inverted commas. So A is equal to Siva means it is going to create Siva like this. And it is going to name it as A. Print A. Print A means what is there inside the print A? Siva is there. So Siva will be printed. And what is the ID? It is going to create some ID. The ID of this one and the ID of this one will be not the same. Because for individual value, it is going to create the IDs. It is not based on the name wise, value wise. Right? Now, if I ask a print A, it is printing this one. Now here, what I'm going to do, A is equal to, I'm writing A is equal to 10. Okay. Now, after writing A is equal to 10. Okay. Now A is equal to 10. It is going to create a 10 with A. And if I ask print A, it is printing the latest value. It is printing the latest value. What happened to the old one is deleted. Whether it has created a new object or various different object, you can see by using the ID of A. Just by asking the ID of A. If both of them are matching, miss in the same object, it is replacing. If it is new object number is there, miss it is creating a new object. In this way, we can understand. Is that clear? Next, how to delete a variable. For example, I have written like this. A is equal to 100. I have written A is equal to 100. Okay, A is equal to 100. Means it is created 100 with name A. And I have executed. When I execute only, it will create the object. If I don't execute, it will not create the object. Now, here I am deleting this one. Backspace. Deleting means object will be deleted. No, their code only deleted. You deleted the code, not the object. You just deleted the code. Code is not there, but object is there. Now, how to delete that particular object means we have to use del, one of the keyword. In the reserved words, that is one of the word, del. Okay, del. Del is used to remove the objects. So here, del space A means it is going to remove the object A. That object will be removed. Similarly, if you want to remove the multiple objects, what is the syntax for removing a single variable means you have to write the del and the single variable. Whatever the single variable name is there, that you have to write. That is the syntax. If you want to delete multiple variables, first variable one name, second variable name, third variable name, by using the commas we have to write. This is the syntax. Commas, by using the commas. So here, let us see like this. I am writing A is equal to 10 comma 20. A is equal to 10 comma A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20. What happens? It is going to create one object of 10 with A, 20 with B. Now I'm writing del A. Del A means delete the object. Object will be erased in the backend like this. Here in my case, I'm having the eraser. In that case, it is having a garbage collector. And it is going to erase. Delete that one. It will delete that one. Now, after deleting, you have deleted. Now, if you ask print B, you have deleted only A, not B, right? Only A you have deleted. What about the B? B is available. There is no problem with the B. So 20 is there. Now, if you ask print A, where is A? A is not there, right? So it is going to throw the name error. If that particular variable is not there, it is going to throw the name error. In order to delete the multiple variables, you are going to use, for example, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30, del A comma B. Means I'm deleting the multiple variables A and B. So what happens here? In this case, it is going to create with 10 A, 20 B, 30 C. Del A comma B means it is going to delete the A object followed by the B object. C object will not be deleted because you have not used that one. If you ask print A also, name error. If you ask print B also, name error. But if you ask print C, it is going to print the 30. Is that clear? So that is with respect to the first class where we have completed the comments and the variables. And whatever the nodes is there, entire nodes, whatever I have executed in front of you, this entire Jupyter notebook, as it is, I'm going to share it to you. And please don't type along with me. Online students, anyways, offline students, you are not going to bring the laptops and you are not going to type. Online students, please don't type along with me. While when I'm executing or when I'm explaining, write each point in the notes, running notes. Focus on the running notes. And after the class, go and do the revision. Now, what is the way of preparation? Best way of preparation means write the running notes in the class. Whatever you can write the running notes, each and everything. Whatever I'm explaining, focus and write each and every letter, whatever you can do. Don't see others' notes. Others are writing that point or not. Don't see that. For them, that is important means they'll write. If for them that is not important means they'll not write. Which one is important for you, you write that one. Which is not important, don't write. Whichever you feel important, from your perspective, whichever you feel important, write that one. That is first step. Second step, after going to home, you have to do the first one called as revision. Revision means revising whatever was done in the class. Revising whatever as it is done in class. As it is, Xerox, copy paste. As it is, whatever we have done, we have to do. In your brain, so many questions will be there, but no, you have to do the revision. First, you have to do the revision. Now, whatever the brain says, some questions, if I try this one, what happens? If I do that one, what happens? If I do this one, what happens? That you have to do, that is called as practice. Now, while practicing, you will get the errors and write each and every error and try to solve that error on your own. Now you will gain the subject. Once you gain the subject, test yourself whether you are done with respect to right or wrong. Test yourself. Every time you have to test yourself. How to test, sir? In the Google, type interview questions. If you type interview questions on Python, means so many things you will get. If you type interview questions on data science, means so many things you will get. If you type interview questions on Python, variables, then related to variables only you'll get. While you get entire Python, write the topic name very clearly. Write the topic name. Interview questions on variables. Write the interview questions on variables in Python. Write like this. For every topic, just to change this one, everything is same. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss a new topic. Write the instead of variables, write the topic name. Day after tomorrow, one more topic. Write the right one. For each of them, interview questions. And whatever in the Google you are going to type, you are going to get the multiple pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, like this. In the seeing the first page, there will be some 4 to 5 questions will be there. By seeing them, and if you solve them, you will feel that okay, 5 questions I have solved out of 5, 4. Okay, 4 out of 5 is 80%. Don't feel happy for this. First page is not called as a God page. In the first page, whatever the interview questions are there, interview is not going to ask from that page only. So go to the page number 2, go to the page number 3. Go with the multiple pages. Use the multiple pages and see all the interview questions, whatever you can do. Right? Don't stop in the using the first page. So like this, continue with the multiple pages. Like this, how many you have to continue means consecutively 3 pages you get the 100% score. Till that you have to work. Our target is only one number called as 100%. In the least case, second scenario, least to least, 95 is the least marks. Okay, because in the market, out of 100 people, 5 people will get the job. That is the reality. Remaining 95% of the people, every student, common thing is every student will attend the class. They'll see the board. They'll write the notes and they'll feel that they have understand everything. This is common. Which is not common is revision and practice. This is not common. This will be done by only few students. That too continuously by only few students. Attending the class, seeing the board, sleeping in between, again seeing the board, again seeing, everyone will do. But who will do the revision and practice means who is having the passion towards, who want to be as a data scientist, only those people will do. Right? Now, completely of your choice. Here it is not a school and we are not going to share you the assignment, and after that we are not going to correct and we are not going to give the marks. It is entire self-made. If you want to cheat means whom you are going to cheat? You have to cheat yourself. Enjoy. If you want to feel happy means, and if you want to get the job means at the end you will get. I will not get nothing. If you don't study also, I will not get nothing. If you study also, I will not get nothing. My pay I will get. Whatever the salary I am having, I will get that one. It is of your choice whether you have to practice or not practice. If you want to practice means practice. No practice means go and sleep. Or after the class, immediately open the WhatsApp, Instagram, Reels, for that keeping the comments. Do whatever you are interested. No, sir, seriously, we are very serious miss. After the class, immediately practice. Daily do the practice. Why you will not get the job, I will tell. Let us see. You take the challenge. Daily you practice. Immediately after the class, daily you practice. Whatever was completed in the class, practice. Practice means first revision, followed by applying that concept by doing the different examples, which is called as practice. So you have to spend every day 2 hours or 2.5 hours, whatever the time. Do every day. After 4 months, whether you will get a job or not, let us see. 100% blindly, you will get the job with no doubt. Out of 100, 5 people will do sincerely. Initially, everyone will do. Later, as the classes progress, slowly dropping will be there. What are the interest we are having in the starting? If you maintain at the end also. I'm saying everything in the starting only. Data science or any subject in the world is easy subject only. If you follow the pattern and if you follow step by step. If you want to read some textbook means, you should not go directly to the page number 30th page. Oh, this point is important. You are not having any exam here. If you are having interest means, read from the page number 1, first line onwards. Not interested means, don't read. You are not preparing for the exam purpose. Tomorrow, none of them is going to keep internals, externals, and none of them is going to give the certificate for that. Nothing will be there. If you learn the subject means, you will get the better job. The higher the subject, the higher the package. Both are directly proportional. Right? So that is the end of the session. And thank you for everyone. And I'm going to upload the same thing, whatever we have discussed today. I'm going to upload in the notes. Sorry, in the drive. The notes I'm going to upload in the drive. So already I have shared you the drive link. And once again, if you want, I can share you the drive link. Yes, now you can ask all your questions. One line, you can write multiple lines. Each one is separate, right? Separately, you take that one outside and you print in a separate cell, or inside the same cell. Inside the same cell, you want to only to execute that particular line, and remaining lines you don't want to execute. Then just you have to make all the remaining lines to the comment. Then everything will be ignored. Only that particular line will be selected. Right? Sir, Google Classroom is created. No, Google Classroom will be created in next 4 to 5 days. And once it is created, I will let you know. Are we going to get the PPTs also in the drive? Yes, whatever we are discussing, everything you'll get as it is. Yeah. If you're not having any questions, you can leave. If you're not having any questions, you can leave, guys. When will be the next fresh class start? Don't know. There is no exact answer for that. Tomorrow class is as usual. Holy is morning, class is evening. Tomorrow class is normal, as it is, with no changes. Timings, no changes, everything, no changes. Sir, I'm looking forward to renew in the class. How to get in touch? Yes, you can contact the admin. You have received the admin number, right? In the chat box. Once again, I'm going to share you the admin number. You can please contact the admin. Yeah, in the chat box, once again, I'm typing the admin number. Online students, you can please contact the admin. The classes will be only from Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, there will be no class. Academic project is in shortlisting the criteria. Na? Easily you can complete. Easily you can complete your project. 100% easily you can complete. But make sure you are going to get into the data science project only after 2 months. Is that okay, miss? Okay. No, sir. Immediately after joining the course in the next 10 days only, I have to submit my project. And done 100% blindly. Yeah. Sir, hello, sir. I have paid 20,000. After paying, I have informed and I filled the payment form, but I didn't receive any link from the admin. Shashi, you'll get the link. Miss, temporary for today's, they have not changed the link, right? Permanent class link, they have not changed. Once they change, immediately they are going to intimate. Not only for you, for everyone. Whoever has paid, everyone, they are going to intimate. Admin will intimate. Can you please confirm the batch timings? 6 to 7:30. Today it was late due to the traffic, but the class will be from 6 to 7:30 sharp. Right? Next, sir, can you share the previous links so that I can review before joining the next class? Okay, Imran, just hold on a minute. Here there is a QR code. Please scan this one. In meanwhile, please scan this one. Inside that there is a folder, one called as recordings. Just open that. Please scan this one. Once you scan this one, QR code, okay, using your Google Lens, please scan this one. So once you scan, it will be redirected to the Google Drive. So just let me show you. So this is the drive. Name is called as temporary drive. Okay. So in the temporary drive, you will have with respect to the course details, what are the tools, everything, the things along with the recordings. Just drag down. Here there is a recordings. In the recordings, all the previous classes recordings will be there. All the links of previous classrooms. Right? And today's class, once I receive the link, I will add that one also. Whatever the free classes are there, every class recording you are going to get at free of cost. Once the free classes are completed, you have to pay for that, for the recordings. Is there any other time slots available before 6 p.m. IST? As of now, for me, it is not there. Please, you can contact the Naresh IT team so they are to tell, is there any other trainers? They will let you know. Imran Khan, is your question is clear? Or if you want this one also, I can share you. I'm copying directly the drive link and I'm pasting here in the chat box. No need to scan also. Directly click on that. In the chat box, directly click on that. It is a temporary drive which was open for all the students. Okay, you can share it to your friends also. It is open. Once after few days, we are going to create the classroom and there will be the permanent drive that you can't share to the others. If you share miss, I will get the notification that this person is sharing to the others. Immediately, I will get a bad opinion on you. When I get a time, I will use that one. A sweet warning. Right? Next, Upendra Sai, answer me, bro. Bro, tell me, what is your question, Upendra Sai? Lab available in Saturday, Sunday? No. It is available only from Monday to Saturday. Sunday is not available. Saturday is available. Next, Maheshwar Veelanka. Is the payment has to be done in the single go or EMI? Please contact the admin. Related to fees, you have to contact only the admin. I'm not having any kind of access related to fees. Related to subject, code content, anything you can ask me, but fees you have to contact only Naresh IT team, admin. I already share you the admin number, right? Please contact. Still any questions? No? So that is the end of the session for today and we'll meet tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Sure. Yeah. If still anyone wants that, please take. Yeah, guys, online students, either scan immediately or take immediately the screenshot. If you are watching on laptop or desktop, take the photo. And this is the temporary drive. Once again, I'm mentioning this is a temporary drive link. Permanent drive link will be shared within next 4 days. This is the last day for free session. Yeah, Naresh IT team will intimate. They are going to intimate you whether it is a last one or still it is available. You can contact the Naresh IT team.